Oh, thank you. Yes. Um, if I explain this to several other people, they would be like, go see a psychologist. But you get this.
Yeah.
It's sort of like this started in 2019 when I was working in the deli that's practically across the street from me, and a little bit more than across the street. But anyway, I was working there. It's in the grocery store, and I freaked out because I could see someone's energy, and I was like doing this, and I was talking to someone, and they said, "No, no, 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 no. You have a gift. You can see people's energy." And that's what started it in 2019. It
Hmm.
has now progressed to I have at least once, possibly twice, seen the ghost who has walked here into the building.
Hmm.
Physically, have actually physically been able to see him. But yes, regardless, I can talk to people's energy, whether they are in the physical form and they're living now, like you and I, or perhaps if they have passed on. So I don't know if that's anything to do with why I don't feel centered. My gifts are definitely not as strong as yours because I'm sort of like this is just starting to develop in me, or at least I'm starting to notice it.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry for the long-winded answer, but I
Oh,
just feel like
not a
all my
problem.
energy, I just feel like all my energy is not in me. I feel like my energy, I feel like part of it's in me and I'm somewhat grounded, but because I have these abilities, I kind of feel like I feel like a hot air balloon that's tethered to the ground. So it's like it's tethered, but it's swaying.
Okay.
And that's the grounding part of it. The grounding, I feel like, yes, I'm grounded, but I'm also floating up here because I have this energetic and spiritual communication with people. But I also, oh, and with animals as well, probably more talk to people more though. But besides that, the centeredness, yeah, I just don't know how to explain it, but I just don't feel like all my energy is centered into my body. I feel like it's siphoned off. That's the word to use.
Okay.
Like it's being filtered off.
Are you detecting any chords?
Oh, good God, yes. I without a doubt, there are without a doubt cords, and I'll cut the cords, but the cords will regrow back. Um, However, sometimes I will allow the cords to grow back. If I feel the relationship is healthy, I will allow cords to grow back. But however, I feel there could definitely be cords attached that I'm unaware of that I don't want the cords to be there. That's definitely a possibility. There could be some more nefarious cords
Yeah.
that need to be severed,
Okay.
that need to be cut that haven't been. Um, so yeah, there could be multiple possibilities. So that's my intention. And the other little intention, not really a big thing, is just feeling more grounded and centered so that if I go adventure driving, practice driving, I don't, I feel more settled, I feel more calm, I feel more like reassured I can do this. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just going for a drive and, try to think it positively. Like, oh, what might I see? Maybe I'll find a farmer's stand and stop and look at vegetables or, whatever pleasant little um, scenario that I come upon. But yeah, just a little thing at the end is probably, just saying about the chakras. Because even though that's not my big intention, it's just sort of like a little side thing, is because I feel so up here, because I'm having so much energetic spiritual communication, it's kind of making me wonder what my root chakra is currently like,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
Have you done much work with the secondary chakras?
You mean like the Earth Star chakra, the Galactic Star chakra, the no, extremely little. I'm aware of them, but I have done very, very extremely little amount of work with them.
Okay. What about the ones that are associated with the notes that we would call the sharps or the flats?
Um, Yes, I have somewhat with those more often, definitely a lot more often than the secondary chakras, but not as much as I would like to.
Okay. Because I feel like we need to do some work with the one back here. This
Oh,
is called the. It's
your
some people
video
call
is
it the
very, very,
zeal.
sorry, your video is very, very choppy.
Okay. Anyway, some people call this the zeal chakra. Some people call it the well of dreams. Some people call it the mouth of God. And it's about communicating what is revealed to you.
I would definitely think that really resonates with me because especially using the term the well of dreams and the mouth of God, because I've had some extremely interesting dreams. Oh my goodness, you reminded me of something. A cord. Yes, there is somebody who stole some of my belongings. And yes, there's a police report in a court case and all of that, and some of my stuff was stolen. And I have no communication with this person whatsoever, but they have repeatedly, quite lately, shown up in my dreams. So
Okay.
that obviously seems to me a cord that needs to be severed.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's a perfect example of these dreams I've been having that have been really, really vivid quite lately.
Okay.
Yes.
And have you been doing any work on your personal shields?
Yes, yes, I have. Actually, it's interesting that you asked me because I want to say it was quite possibly yesterday um, that I did a little bit of self-healing and I put myself in a protective bubble afterwards.
Okay.
And it was interesting because my intuition kept telling me, you need to do this, you need to do this, and I kept putting it off for several days till I got to the point of, no, we're stopping what we're doing and we're doing this.
Okay. 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 And are there any particular instruments that you do or do not want?
All right, that's a great question because usually before the session I jump on, but as you could see, I took a shower because I kind of felt my aura was not just my hair was dirty, but I felt like my aura was getting slimy, so I took a shower. I didn't get the time. I'm gonna go with intuition very, very quickly. Just what comes up from my subconscious of what to use. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. Crystal bowls? No. Tuning
Okay.
forks? Yes. Drums? It gave me drums? Yes, definitely. Tune pipes? No, even though I love them, it says no. Himalayan singing bowls? Yes. Tells me that's enough. So it's telling me tuning forks, Himalayan singing bowls, and definitely drums. And anything else that you need to use, to test my chakras or my aura or anything of that sort.
Okay. Um, Tuning forks don't carry very well, I presume.
No. So, I have two tuning forks of my own. Perhaps I could do that as homework, afterwards.
We need a G sharp.
Hmm.
And I have a tuning fork. Well, actually, I have two tuning forks here that will work. But I want to see if you can hear them.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Okay.
It gave me it's interesting because I would have picked tuned pipes because I love them, but
Yeah.
the intuition's telling me you do not need it, but it's very adamant on the drumming.
Okay. What about flow chimes?
Tell me no.
Okay. Okay, so see if you can hear this.
All right. Very clearly.
Okay.
Yes, very clearly.
I haven't played it yet. Okay. So I've got those. Hmm. And no steel tongue drums?
Yes, it told me yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have to do with drums, so there's something going on with drumming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just asked it gongs, it told me no.
Okay. Okay.
And my intuition has been my higher self, higher power intuition has been extremely great lately.
Okay. What about voice?
One moment. No,
Okay.
it's giving me really primarily drums for like
Mhm.
a lot of the session.
Yeah.
Steel drums, hand frame drums, just drums. I mean, and yes, the tuning forks and Himalayan singing bowls, but really like an assortment of drums. And it's interesting because that's not what I at this level would pick. It's just what higher intuition is saying what's best for me currently.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in the manner most comfortable for you. Become aware that you are sitting in a bubble of energy, like an egg filled with light, an egg with a translucent shell, so light from outside comes in as well. Let this eggshell be a protective container for the light within. Examine it, make sure that it is whole and complete. Breathe in the light. Breathe out anything that no longer serves you. And know that while you are here in this space, you are worthy. You are whole. You are loved. Think now of your intention to be grounded and centered. See yourself with roots reaching into the earth. Let them go down, down into the core of the earth, drawing energy from the earth. Let your breath and your awareness come into the center of your body, into your heart center. Activate your heart energy. Let it build, let it grow. And know that between the earth and your heart, there is a harmonious relationship. Feel that harmony flowing between them.
Oh.
How do you feel?
I definitely feel more centered,
Good.
but I also feel that I'm being told in order to remain centered, there's certain things that I need to do.
I had the impression you were getting a message.
Several, and I got one that was extremely interesting. Um, one thing was, well, a few things, if you're interested to hear.
Yes.
It told me focus on joy and focus on yourself, not in a sense of selfishness, but it was telling me you have done so much for others over several years and have not gotten the same percentage of stuff back. And one
Right.
example it gave me, it told me if you see random people online that are typing stuff, you don't need to give them ideas or suggestions of how they can help themselves. These are people that don't even know you, and whilst they might be accepting of it, you're giving your energy away.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be actual customers or clients of yours that are either doing a fair trade or giving you monetary value.
Yeah.
It told me you have really, really focus on yourself. Focus on joy. It told me very adamantly, which I've been hearing a lot recently, other people's problems are their problems. They may pout and whine and shout about how something is so unfair, and it could definitely be,
Mm-hmm.
but it was telling me as every crazy thing happening currently, like with the US government, now's the time to focus on your own joy. You've signed enough petitions, you've done enough protesting, all of that, leave it aside. Just focus on what is best for you. And again, the word joy comes up. What I find so interesting is it gave me this beautiful visualization of green hills. And I could literally see these green hills until Miss Finland came over here and started petting me. And I feel like there was some reason she didn't like those green hills. But it told me a few minutes afterwards, it said Peru. And I asked it, Peru? And it told me, you're partly centered to Peru. I told it, I've been to South America, but I've never been to Peru. And it gave me this thing of telling me, you will travel again, and you will travel worldwide. And one of the places that you are destined to go to is Peru. And it just told me, research Peru, watch videos on Peru, learn about Peru, because there's something to do with that country and that culture that I am centered to. I found that extremely interesting because, yeah, Peru's interesting, but it was not on my top list of places to visit. And I kind of wonder why. I also, last thing, aside from Peru, I was in the bubble. I could see other people I care about outside of the bubble. And what was interesting is that they were telling me, now this is your time. I'm staying outside of the bubble. I can see you inside the bubble. You can see me, but you are doing this for you. You are not doing this for us. You are doing this sound therapy session for you. And I noticed that my energy kept trying to jump out of me and be like on the side of me. So you could see me doing things like this and things like this and things like this. That was me taking my energy, going, no, 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 no. You're not going to run around. You're going to come back into me and stay in me, and we're going to stay in the bubble together.
I noticed you had a really intense reaction to the low ohm tuning fork, which is this baby.
How many hertz is that one?
34.
Oh. Yeah, the one I've been using is 528.
That's that's not an ohm.
Yeah.
That's one of the solfeggio frequencies. It's the
Yeah,
one
it's
I love.
yes, it's solfeggio. Yeah.
But this is the low ohm, which I chose because it's below the Earth star. It's like a couple of octaves below the Earth
Oh
star.
wow. I felt something clearing too, if you could hear me clearing my throat.
Hmm.
I You were using one of the instruments and just yeah. And some like the steel drum made me extremely happy.
Good.
Extremely. But I
I
felt
should
some
have
throat
asked.
clearing. Pardon?
I should have asked about wood tongue drum, but that's
That's
always
all
an
right.
option for later.
Yeah, that's all right. But I definitely felt some clearing in the throat. I felt, me having to bring my energy back in, but the sound healing, therapy definitely helped with that. Um, Possibly got a past life. I'm not really sure on that.
Okay.
Something to do with an extremely ancient warrior in what would now be the Middle East.
Okay.
Really, 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 we're going like polytheistic even before the creation of Judaism or just at the very beginning of Judaism, but probably even before so. I was getting that at the extremely end of the session. But yeah, but mostly it was really now is the time for you. Other people's problems are belong to other people. Stay in a state of joy, which is kind of everything that I've been hearing lately. So it was sort of reiterating that to me in this appointment with you. But the Peru thing is very interesting. I don't know why. Would you possibly know why? It would tell me like you are partly centered to Peru and Peruvian culture.
Machu Picchu,
Yeah.
because the green hills that you're talking about sound like Machu Picchu.
That's what I'm thinking too. But the funny part is that yes, they're interesting and I've read about them before, but I have not for an extremely long time, read any books or watched any documentaries on Peru or anything of the sort. So I just find it very interesting that I'm getting this thing from higher power saying you have a deep connection to Peru and that it's a place you have to go to someday.
The other thing you need to know about Peru is that there is a movement now, and it's one that I do not support, but they're using the traditional plant medicines for tourists.
That wouldn't interest me. That's not
Uh,
something that I feel attuned to whatsoever.
and I'm wondering if part of what you're looking at is an opposition to that.
It would be. I don't feel I feel very opposed to that. And I'm not just
I
saying
do
that
too.
because you are. I'm not just saying that because you are. I really feel that from literally right now it's telling me from my solar plexus chakra, from my heart space, from my whole being, my aura, it's etc. It is telling me that I'm in opposition of that.
Yeah.
I'm getting you're just meant to study Peru and eventually go to Peru to learn the culture, the Quechua people. I don't know. I know they speak Quechua. I don't know what they're actually called. Um, just it's telling me there's and I believe that. I think there's certain places that you as a soul are meant to go
Hmm.
to visit.
So let me. Um,
I asked it about Asia because I love Asian cultures, and
mhm.
it replied to me, "Yeah, Asia's great and everything, but you need to get to Peru." It's like,
Yeah.
okay, Peru.
Okay, I did not play these during the session, but I just wanted to see if this. Okay. That's from there.
Yes. Yes. And you know what I'm getting? I'm as you're playing it and after you're playing it, I'm getting you'll learn from the Peruvians.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to learn wisdom from the Peruvians. It's giving me you don't even have to physically be in Peru currently, but it's giving me get to know Peruvians.
And I think part of what why I mentioned what I mentioned was so that you were aware and forewarned. A lot of the people who are doing that, peddling the traditional medicines, are white people who went there to learn how to do plant medicine. So just be aware of them and
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
yeah. So I don't know if you can see it or not. It says
Yeah.
made in Peru.
It sort of reminds me of when you get the white people who go to Guatemala or Nicaragua to do the cacao ceremony.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like, there's two types. There's some, white people who are going because they truly, truly care and they really, really want to learn it and they want to absorb it, sort of how I'm being told now, really absorb and learn from Peruvians,
Mm-hmm.
but not to turn it into a monetary thing. It's different if you're a white person going to indigenous cultures and you're turning it into a monetary value for yourself. I find that to be deeply problematic.
Yeah.
If you're going to learn cacao ceremony, or if I'm going to learn Peruvian indigenous stuff in order for self-healing and not to make a profit off of it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that I could be wrong, but I think that's quite acceptable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, um, homework. What would you like to do?
Oh.
I would recommend you get one of those shakers, by the way.
Yes, yes. I was actually at the Bookworm earlier today. They used to have one of those there, but I don't think it was made in Peru. I think all their stuff comes from Indonesia. So
Hmm.
I'd have to see what they have there. They have various sound healing instruments there. If not, I will look online, for something reputable. But yeah, I think that would be a great, great idea. As for um, hmm, using my intuition, it's telling me no drumming. You've done that enough.
Okay.
I'm getting suggestions from other people's energy, so I'm pushing them aside.
Mm-hmm.
That's telling me do what you want, but voice.
Okay.
So I will work on voice, but I'm probably also going to play with my newest tuning fork because I just got it recently, so it's still new and fresh and exciting. But
Good.
yes, for the grounding, I'm getting voice, and that makes a lot of sense to me too because voice it's coming from your own body,
Yeah.
and this is about me feeling like I'm fully back in myself.
Okay. Well, I think we're done.
All right. I'm going to rest a little while because I
Yes.
don't want to jump directly into connecting with Ember's energy. Um,
The
especially
best
after,
time might be in the mornings.
yeah, I think perhaps I won't start the painting tonight and perhaps do it tomorrow because otherwise I just centered myself and I would be shooting right back out to do her painting. So,
Yeah, I would wait until morning.
and I felt sleepy before the session. That's another thing. At the end of the session, it told me when you are done with disappointment with Patricia, please go take a nap. I'm about to get more information through my dreams.
Yes. Okay. So, we will be in touch.
All right.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.